All right. So today's session is about building your audience, building your community, and filling your audience with potential buyers, with premium clients, with collabo opportunities. Margaret Getau says hi, Margaret. Thanks for joining us. And how to build your own community, because you can't be dependent on such a group like the community we have on WhatsApp, simply because not all of us are interested in each other, right? Not every one of us is interested. Of course, after we've shared our backgrounds and our stories, you've already, the ones who have participated in that, you've noticed who you want to keep on following, who you found of interest, right? So in that way, like in that manner, you can't follow everyone in the group. You can't be a tribe, you can't be a community with everyone in the group. And because of that, you need to know how to build your own community, how to start conversations, how to work on your visibility as well. So that is what we're going to talk about today. And for that to work, you can't build your community without actively participating. Either your content exposes you to a new audience, and for that you need to use hashtags, you need to tag other community members and stuff like that, or you need to actively engage people so that they become community. You've got to put in the effort, especially when you're starting out. You have to put in the effort to train the algorithm, all right, so that it suggests your page to more of the same people that you've been looking for, and to also suggest for you similar, all right, so that the algorithm works for you, so that it's easy for you to be found, it's easy for you to grow your network, it's easy for you, so that moving forward, it's easier basically to do other stuff on LinkedIn. Remember, you're going to be spending time also in the inbox, getting to know your audience. And for that matter, like time management is something, it's something that you have to consider. You have to give precedence. Priority. Oh yeah, you have to prioritize your time management. We started with setting time aside for your content, so that for me, I set aside my Saturdays for content. So an hour on Saturdays, that is when I do my content for the week. So for you, you decide when you want to do content, so that at least content is not something you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, okay? It's just picking and pasting, or scheduling if you prefer to do it that way, right? Now, after doing your content, all you're done with is interacting with people, engaging with those who have engaged with your content, just working on your community and increasing your visibility, all right? And for that, starting out, if your intent to do this, and you set aside 20 minutes of your time to just engage with people who have engaged on your content, engage on their content, reach out to some people, start that conversation, give one reply to somebody who's in your DMs. If you do that, just 20 minutes of your time every day is going to move you forward. All right. The problem is most of us won't do it. You won't set aside that time. You won't be intentional about your time. And that's a problem that I've seen happening a lot on LinkedIn. Ask anyone who you've seen growing on LinkedIn. Ask them. They'll tell you, I had to dedicate time to grow my network, to grow relationships, because the more you communicate with people, the more you engage with them, the more you're engaging with their own content, the more you're supporting them, the more they feel like the need to return the favor. They won't pass your post on the feed without leaving a reaction or engaging in some way. All right, and that is what you want to do. And you're intentional about who you're adding to your audience. It's not just like adding people for the sake of it. There are 3 audience members that you're going to be targeting: potential buyers or premium clients, right? Collabo opportunities, and other experts in your field, so that you keep in the know, so that you're in the know as they reveal whatever is happening in your field. You're never behind. All right. Remember, authority is a really big deal on LinkedIn. When you're in the know about whatever is happening before everyone else, when you're informing your audience on things they didn't know about, this further cements your place as an expert. And this is what authority, building authority and the leadership is about. Okay, so our agenda for the day is we're going to learn how to search for our potential buyers. Any of the audience categories that I've mentioned, your ideal buyers, your whoever you're looking for on LinkedIn, you're gonna know how to look for them without using Sales Navigator. You're gonna learn how to do it without tripping the corporate limit. You're going to learn how to simplify and save time while engaging. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to bookmark leads you want to follow, or people you want to follow, or people you want to work on community, and the criteria to use also when choosing these people. As you grow, you'll have to be more picky about, you have to be more picky, because you won't be able to talk to everyone and chat with everyone. It becomes harder as you go to keep up with conversations. But at that point, I believe business will be good enough. Yes, you'll be able to outsource some things so that you're not constantly hooked to your phone on LinkedIn or your PC, right? And then I'm gonna give you an example of an outreach message that I use specifically for engaging, for sending the first connection request. Remember, people on LinkedIn want to know why you want to connect with them anywhere, even on Facebook. But people on Facebook and Instagram are more lenient, like it's follow for follow or something like that. But on LinkedIn, people are more about like, why do you want to connect? I don't know you, you don't know me, why do you want to be in my space, right? So it's pretty important to send that connection request. And yesterday we talked about people who send connection requests without an intro message. You're missing such a huge huge opportunity to start conversations with people. All right, the first intro message, not only does it introduce, like, give a purpose for why you want to connect, but it's a very great way to start the conversation, so that next time after they've accepted, you're not left scratching your head thinking, you've already set something that starts the conversation, and you can pick up from there whether they reply or not. As long as they've accepted, you're good. From there, you can just work on it. All right. Okay. So for those who haven't met me yet, my name is Namatasi. I'm a LinkedIn business strategist, and I basically help entrepreneurs have an easy time leveraging LinkedIn to get clients consistently. And we do this by working on our brand positioning, leveraging our story, and using systems to amplify our visibility, impact, and income on LinkedIn. All right, so that's me. If you haven't gotten a chance to watch the previous sessions, you'll find the links in the comments below. Otherwise, so we do this. All right, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Please, Nini, keep the chat active. Drop whatever you find of value. Whatever I say, just in case somebody else misses it, just drop it in the chat. Then I'll download the chat and send it in the group so that all of us can see what we were talking about. If you feel a point that has hit home, if I mentioned something you didn't know before, feel free to just drop it in the chat. Yeah. So we've talked about the 3 audience members that you're going to be targeting: authorities in your field, partnership and collaborative opportunities, potential buyers, and then we're going to be talking about what makes each of these and how you can find them. All right. This is a problem a lot of my clients have and experience. You have a great offer, you have great content, but you do not have an audience for it. For instance, if everyone in my audience is somebody who does not need LinkedIn, they do not need, like, it's not a requirement for them to be on LinkedIn. They could have their clients anywhere, on Facebook, Instagram. This is not an ideal client for me. It's not a premium client for me. They won't be able to see the value of what I offer. But, and I want you to place yourself in my shoes as I'm explaining, right? Similar to you, you need to think of who needs your value the most. Who is losing the most as a result of not solving their problem? That's a premium client. That is a person who will find the value attached, like whatever you're charging, they'll be able to cough up, they'll be able to pay you willingly. They'll be able to look for this money if they don't have it, because the problem they have is big enough for them to want to solve it right now. And this is what we were doing, like in the first brand positioning session, because if you have an offer that is solving a tiny, like a piece of just a small part of your client's problem, your value diminishes. But the moment you're solving up like the problem, the mother of their problems, your value increases. That's why you find people spending 100K, paying for coaching, paying for services, because they know how much of value it is for them. So you need to find whoever needs, whatever your solution is. Remember, we talked about what your clients want, right? What your clients want, what's standing in their way, and we talked about the various levels of challenges that they're facing. Your solution has to be able to solve all these problems for them and deliver on what they want for them to be a premium client. Now, a premium client isn't the same as a potential buyer. You guys in the group are all potential buyers, right? You're here, you maybe you're curious about LinkedIn, you might find value in being on LinkedIn or something like that. You might be here because you absolutely need to be on LinkedIn, because you have your ideal buyers hang on LinkedIn, all right? Now, not everyone here in this room today is a premium client, is my premium client. Not everyone needs my premium offer. Not everyone needs that level of solution. And that is what I'm talking about when I'm referring to a premium buyer, premium client. It's somebody who sees the value of what you're offering and is willing and ready to buy it. All right. Now, this maybe is something I need to mention. I feel I need to mention about a premium client also. A premium client, as much as they need this whole solution, like they see the value of buying the whole thing, most of the times they're very empowered in various areas of how they operate. All right. When my clients come to me, some of them I don't have to like talk about the mindset work. They already are ready, they already are ready. They're willing to put in the work. I'll find that from all my package, they were probably missing just one thing, just a few things, but the problem is still big enough for them to want to buy the whole thing. Like they're not going to set aside the whole package because of the one thing they're looking for. But that is where positioning comes in. That's why your messaging has to talk about the want, the thing that is causing them a lot of problems, right? So for me, my clients, when they come to me, some of them have spent months, even years on LinkedIn. They put out content and they are experts, like legit experts. They have like all the certificates. They are like, they've achieved a lot in their other lives, maybe even in their careers. A lot of them are bosses in other fields and even entrepreneurs. But for this particular thing, the offer that they are offering, they need, and they know that their clients are on LinkedIn. So they come to me. All right. They have a solid offer. They know who to target, but there's just a mismatch in how everything is put in place. Like, they know this is the offer, they know this is the kind of content, but there's no audience for it. Or if they're adding an audience, it's not the specific people who, when qualified, they absolutely need this solution. All right. So when that mismatch occurs, there's a lot of time wasted, a lot of wasting resources, energy also, you know. And if you attended the first class, you remember me referring to all these challenges that my clients are facing. So this is what my solution is about. There's no beating around the bush. We get into the program, we talk about what your clients really want. We actually put time aside to talk to some of them and find out if this is really the problem that they're facing, or you need to modify your offer into something else, into, you know, you build it up and make it something that would appeal to them. We work on your messaging, you know, how to outreach, how to qualify your audience, how to create offers, how to put them out there, your messaging, which is like the biggest thing, and automations too, right? So that LinkedIn becomes less and less work and becomes something more enjoyable, something that is giving you business, right? So for you, you have to think of it in that way. All right, you have potential buyers who could buy the tiniest offer you have, you know, a bundle or two, and then there's a premium buyer who wants the whole thing, the premium buyer. Sorry about that. Wait, Ebo, tell me if I was talking to myself the whole time. Where was I? Please remind me where I was so that I can start from there. What was the last thing you guys had? Poleni, I hope hatutashinda hapa Aki with this internet. "30 minutes in. Should I just pick up from where I think we were? Somebody tell me where I was. Hey, can you guys hear me? Mtu aseme hi kwa chat kama mnanisikia before I continue. I want to start with the how to source for your leads.
Tunakusikia.
Sawa. Thank you.
Lakini uangalie page ya juu.
Gani hiyo?
Hiyo wacha hiyo yenye iko on sasa, the previous one.
Tuanzie hapo.
Hapo ndio ulikuwa.
Oh. Sasa nimemaliza. I finished that one. We talked about how to identify people in the different stages of their journey. We call it a client journey, so that you know what specific offer is for them and suitable for them. All right, so that you're not pitching to people blindly and giving them the whole offer just because you know it's the highest value pack, and yet this somebody doesn't need it. Let me give you another example. If I went to work with let's say I'm working with a client that they are an established coach, maybe on Facebook, elsewhere. They have built their community, they've built their offers, and they're widely successful. When they come to LinkedIn and they're looking for me, I'm not gonna be starting to help them create their offers, all right? I'm not gonna be helping them know who their audience is. I might help them figure out in this new space where it's more of the corporate and founders and entrepreneurs, and not all of them, right? Who specifically are they going to be attracting in this new space, right? So my offer has to be tailored to this new audience that I'm speaking to, all right? And so the premium package that I usually sell isn't the right fit for them. So I'll sell them something different, maybe an authority package or expand your visibility package or something like that, right? So we're going to be talking about offer creation in the next, in the course of the week. I'll find some time and then I'll tell you guys when you can pop in so we can create our offer. All right, like step by step, see what we have to give people. And what makes a premium offer, what makes it a premium offer, and the nitty-gritties. All right, so how to find your audience members without using Sales Navigator. This is our point number 1. How to not use Sales. If you don't have Sales Navigator, what do you use? The regular LinkedIn. So Sales Navigator is a premium version of LinkedIn. It's a paid for version and it goes for $97 per month subscription. Now, it can be a very costly affair if you're just starting out, or even if you're not just starting out, you don't have regular business to make it a viable option for you. So you need to find a way to reach your clients without tripping the corporate limit. Now, the corporate limit is what, according to LinkedIn, is like the cap. If you do a lot of lead generation through the regular search, like the search bar, you do it a couple of times, LinkedIn limits the number of results you get, and you'll see like it blurs out the other results. So at some point, you're just gonna get access to the top 3 results. The rest of them are blurred out. And if you continue searching 2, and then if you continue searching just 1, all right, until that month ends, and then you're in the next month for the next cycle of business. So LinkedIn figures if you're doing such, if you're doing that many search queries, you're probably doing it for business. You should be paying for the privilege of getting leads from LinkedIn. So how do you not trip the corporate limit and continue having great leads? Sales Navigator is really good for if you want to go into if you want to save time. For instance, it gives you an option to save people who have been to reach people who have been recently promoted. If you do not have Sales Navigator and you want to reach these same people, you'll have to do like a roundabout way. It will cost you time, it will cost you so much energy, because you have to save the jobs that are advertised. All right, so let's say I'm looking for marketing people in marketing, because maybe I want to pitch to companies, right? I have an offer that other organizations would benefit from. So I'm targeting somebody, the head of marketing or something, marketing manager, something like that, right? So I want to go and look for jobs, looking for such positions, looking to fill such positions, marketing manager, and then I'm going to be saving the different the jobs itself. I'll be saving them. All right, and then I'll have to put in time to come in and check which ones have been pulled down, so that because once it's pulled down, that means the position was filled, and then I hunt the person who was who was given that position. I'll have to look for that person within the employees in the company and then reach out to them. It's such a roundabout way of getting the leads, but you'll still get them. If you're determined, you can still get them. But Sales Navigator saves you such time, because they're all recently promoted, the last 3 months, the last 6 months, the last 9 months, and so you can just find people like that, the last 1 year and stuff like that. So it's easy to do. Also with Sales Navigator, once you've paid for Sales Navigator, there's nothing like tripping the corporate search limit anymore. You can search unlimited, you can check people's profiles unlimited, you can, so there's no cap. So such things make it. And then Sales Navigator has a wider filter. You can filter by so many things, so many things. Yeah, it's way better than the regular search, but that does not mean you can't get your clients with a regular LinkedIn account. So let's find out how to do it. And the first way of how to do it is using posts or hashtags. Now, whichever audience that you're targeting, either if you're targeting directly the buyers, the premium clients, or collaboration opportunities, or you're looking for influencers and experts in your field, in your niche, if you answer these questions in like using 3-4 words, 2-3-4 words, you'll be able to find all these people, regardless of whichever audience it is that you're looking for. All right. So this is your assignment for the day. You can take a screenshot, you guys. You can take a screenshot. Let me just position that for you, Apple. You can take a screenshot. This is your assignment for the day. If you answer these questions, you won't even need me to prompt you to go and look for them. You will feel the tama. You'll feel the, and it's just as simple as this. You'll go and search and start having these conversations with them and figure out how to reach out to them, which is something that we'll target as the last slide today. All right, so answer these questions. Number one, how do they describe themselves or their expertise? LinkedIn strategist, virtual assistant. If it's a specific virtual assistant, like, you know, like virtual assistants squeezy focus on, if you're focusing on also your passion areas, like if it's a virtual assistant for SaaS companies, or virtual assistant for something, a coach, a men's coach, you know, a men's life coach, a men's business coach, a business coach for men, you know, something like that. How do they describe themselves? How do they describe themselves? If you can answer that, then you're able to, you'll have an easy time. You'll have an easy time finding your leads. Okay. Question number 2 that you have to ask yourselves: what topics do they talk about? Whoever you're targeting, what topics do they talk about? What topics are they interested in? And I gave an example here. Let's say I was targeting a parenting coach. A possible topic they would be talking about is better parenting, motherhood, fatherhood, or something like that. So I can use such a keyword. I can use such a keyword and filter by posts. All right, filter by post, and then from there it's just like when it was posted. But if you don't have any like requirements, it's gonna come up with posts from your immediate network, first degree connections, second degree, and third degree connections, basically everyone who's within your network. All right, and people you follow also. So, and so for this example, if what topics are they interested in? For this example, I chose working mom. I imagine, you know, this is a topic they want to be interested in as a parenting coach, because a working mom would be, you know, probably dealing with work life, business balance, and all that. So you're interested in such, they're interested in such topics. So you want to find, remember, I'm looking to find a parenting coach. All right, but I'm using the keyword working mom because this is probably topics they're interested in. So if I find somebody who's talking about this, they're probably being stalked by parenting coaches. You know, they probably have these parenting coaches in their own audience, or it could be the parenting coach themselves who's posting about such a topic. All right. Number 4, what problem? Imagine, do not overcomplicate it. Do not overthink or try to follow how I'm thinking. Just answer these questions. Just answer these questions as they're written, and you'll see. And just keep the answers short. Okay. What problems do they have? What problems do they have? So I'm thinking, maybe this is a person who maybe needs a parenting coach. You know, some of the problems they have is overwhelm, juggling business and kids. And this is a way for maybe a parenting coach to find their own audience members. You know, what problems do their clients have? So you can answer these by categories. Create a page and say you're going to answer these questions about your ideal clients. Answers about your ideal, leave the answers about your ideal clients, move to the next page, Category 2, it's about collaboration and partnership opportunities. Answer these questions for them also. Fill it out. And then question 3, your influencers, what do they talk about? And you know, these are people who would be able to fill your cup. You get exposed to. And like for instance, other LinkedIn coaches who are in the LinkedIn creator circle, I get so much info about like new features that are being tested out, beta testing, invitations to also be in their own testing groups, you know, just because I'm in their circle and I follow. So when they say, hey, we're looking for, I'm there to raise my hand because I benefit from them. You're benefiting from their reach, okay? Because you're not where they are. They have privy to some information you wouldn't have. They have resources that you don't have. So you just like make your work easy having such influencers in your circle, all right? And experts in your circle. So the fifth question is, what solutions are they seeking? What solutions are they seeking? It's different from the solution. Like these are, how do they describe themselves? It's about the solution that they offer, right? Right? This is what solutions are they seeking? So these questions are rounded up. Like it's a good way to just kind of explore different areas of your the leads that you're following. Okay, so if you answer these questions, just you can take a picture and drop them in the chat. I mean, not today, but in the WhatsApp group. All right, so that we can see who you're talking about, and also the time that you've spent. The time that you set aside to start your outreach. Okay, because once you answer this, it won't be like deniable. You know, it will be undeniably tempting you to want to reach out. So this is an example. And I chose this one so that you can see how LinkedIn works. So for this one, what problem do they have? That was the question I was wanting to answer. And the example is juggling business and kids. So I take that juggling business and kids and search it on LinkedIn. And this is the kind of posts that come up. So I've filtered by posts. So this is what comes up. I want you to see the area that highlighted because of I highlighted, and it's because of the keyword I used. So Nuran says, Hamza, I'm an expert biostatistician and I know what it feels like to be a busy caregiver or a scholar juggling kids, family, work, life, or all of them put together. Okay, so that is, you can see the keyword that I used, juggling business and kids. So this would be a great potential client for, you know, maybe a parenting coach, to see how they'd be able like to put order into their lives with regards to their kids, whatever, if that is the offer that you create as a parenting coach, you know. Or I know coaches who help people with overwhelm, right? And if you're a virtual assistant and you target you know, such like career women, you know, this is the kind of problem they have, you know. So you want to take things off their plate. You want to give them their time back so that they're able to spend more time with their kids, more time with their family. So I mean, you can see how it comes into play, how you're finding your ideal client based on what they want, what problems they have, what solutions they're seeking, what they're interested in, and stuff like that. So answer those questions. Answer those questions is going to make your work so much easier. I promise. I promise. All right. So I want you to note that this is a second degree connection. This is not somebody I'm connected to directly. A second degree connection means we have one mutual person who's connected to both me and her. All right. A first degree connection is somebody who we are connected. We like the first degree connections, we are connected. How do I explain it? So who has a better explanation? Somebody who's already connected with you, not following you, connection where you're connected. Okay. Second degree connections, you have one mutual, you have one or a number of mutual connections. And at that degree connection is somebody who's twice removed, like they are the connections of your connections. Connections of your connections. No, connections of your connections. They are twice removed, like cousins, the way cousins are like, you know. Hey, hebu niambieni kama mmeget yo. Let me know if you've gotten, or if I need to redo my explanation. I hope you've gotten it. But that is how it's like. Okay. First degree connections, you're connected. Second degree are connections of your connections. You're not directly connected, you have a mutual connection in between. And then that degree will happen. Connections of your second degree connections. I hope you may get. See, Rudy? Yeah. I'm seeing people dropping it in the chat. Let me see. Now remember I may get. And then somebody else says, yes, Winnie says she's understood. Yeah. This is another example. What topics are they interested in? And my answer was working moms. These are examples of answers, like working moms. So I searched for working mom, and this is what I get. Nahid Khan, who says, being a working mom, one of the struggles for me has been this guilt that I'm not able to give my son the time that I would love to. Unaona? And I hope you're noticing that it's not picking up just the, it's not picking up the hashtags alone. Hashtags, you can pick hashtags separately, like you can do a hashtag search. But this is just a keyword, you know, a word randomly in your post. So you be aware of such things. You can go sit down and write, you know, all the keywords that people might use to find you, what your clients are interested in based on what you do, and answer this, and make sure you drop such, you know, such words in your content every now and then, just for organic foundability, you know. If people look for you, so that you're found easily and so that LinkedIn works for you. So not how it's just a regular, just a, you know, it's just picked up from the post itself, which is like one of the best things I love about LinkedIn. Yeah, the next part is another example. What solutions are they seeking? And my answer was outsourcing for moms. So this is a keyword that I chose and plug it in there in the search, filter by post, and this is what you get. I outsource tons. Now, LinkedIn's search it's very advanced. It's really good. So words, it may not pick out words the way, just exactly the way you've written them. It may juggle a bit, but as long as these words are found within the context of the post is gonna pop up. So sometimes you won't get all these. There's here mother in this post, mother of young kids. So outsourcing for moms, and then there's outsourced somewhere else in the post. But LinkedIn picks that out for you because it has the necessary keywords. Okay, so they don't have to like be in order, but just for your own, so that it's easy for you to comprehend and to write down, just do it, you know, in like a description. Okay, but LinkedIn will do all the other work for you. All right, so you get all kinds of, you get access to all kinds of people, second degree, first degree, third degree connections, people you've followed. All right, so that you're able to see how they do it. Now, this is a regular search, a regular LinkedIn search. This is another way you can do it. Remember, we've talked about posts and hashtags. Hashtags are just hashtags, the way you would, you know, the way you've done the posts. Hashtags, of course, are the words are put together. Like outsourcing for moms is just one word with a hashtag up mbele. Now, if you search for outsourcing for moms as a word like that, and you search for it, if there's a hashtag established already with people following it, it's going to suggest for you at the top of that search. you know. So if you, that is if you didn't include the hashtag sign before the word. For instance, let me give you an example. This the search here says personal brand expert, and you can see the spaces separating the three words, right? So if I put it together but didn't put the hash in front of it, LinkedIn, if there's a hashtag like that and it's being followed, if you search for it when the words are put together as if it's a hashtag, if there exists such a hashtag that has followers, LinkedIn is going to suggest it for you so that you can just click on it and follow. All right. So LinkedIn makes things really easy for you. Go and try and see how it goes. Right. So using LinkedIn's regular search. Now, this is the best way for you to trip the corporate limit. The best way, this regular search, how we're doing it with posts and people, filtering by people. Like you can see here, I filtered by people. It's not highlight, but this is it. You can see, right? Personal brand expert, you filter by people. That is the title that they use to describe themselves. Okay, so this is the answer that one of the answers that I provided before, and this is the answer. So I plug it in there, I do a search, and I'm free to filter by people. You can filter by second degree connections, third degree connections, first degree connections. You can filter by locations. You can filter by what industries they work in. You know, you can filter by even like what positions they hold in the company, managerial, whatever. Like you can filter as much as you want. Play around with those filters, see what comes up for you. You can only learn as you go. There is no magic like one that can wait for you so that everything is just, you know, good to go. But you can do this, like try, do it and try. You know, do it and try and refine your search as you go. You'll find a particular search that just brings you the perfect people, and so you'll know to take note of that one. Yes. Sawa, acha nimalize job nikuje. All right, so our search criteria number 2 is using the regular Google search. I am not sure about any other search engine, but I know about Google because I've been using it. Now this one helps, it helps a lot. You won't trip the corporate search limit. This gives you all, as you can see here, it's given me, I'm looking for leadership coach. And right here, it's given me 1,350,000 results, all of them from LinkedIn. So you can use Google. This is what you type in there, site:/linkedin.com/in. In it's for individual. And then you don't have to put these marks. You can like have a space here after the in, have a space, and then leadership coach or whatever title you're looking for or whatever you're looking for from LinkedIn. All right. And then it's going to give you all these search results. I want you to save this. This is a jackpot. And I've never shared this on LinkedIn on my posts. You know, this is like one of the best ways to get leads. The only problem is you can't filter by location. You can't do any other filters beyond this. The most you can do is do a Boolean search, like mix and or, so that you get from your search results either leadership coach. Let me give you another example here. What I mean by Boolean. Yeah. I didn't update this. So this is an example of a Boolean search. No, is it this one? Yeah, this is a good example of a Boolean search. I've used or. When you use this or in caps like this, you're given either the search results that appear are either for leadership coach or executive coach. All right, so if you're looking for maybe people with the like interchangeable terms that people use, maybe team lead, marketing head, or marketing lead, you can do a search mara moja instead of doing a whole search for marketing head and then doing another whole search for marketing lead. If you do it like this, you have marketing coach or marketing lead, all the results that exist on LinkedIn with either marketing lead or marketing head, it's going to show, okay, so that you have all of the search in just one search result. Let me know if you've gotten that one. Let me tell me if you've gotten that Boolean. This Boolean search is saving him 2 times. And also, I am not so sure how they pick whoever shows on your search. I'm seeing a few names that are local, some that aren't. So I don't know if maybe it's because I had logged into my LinkedIn account on the same browser, or I'm not sure. But you go try it, see how it works out for you. This helps a lot. If you manage to trip that corporate search limit, this is your way to, this is your fallback plan. Okay. Now, another way, this is the absolute best. Lynn Maura isn't here, and I chose to use her profile because she's advertising all her competitors. We talked about turning this off, turning this people also viewed thing off from your profile. Now, the other side, because it's once you've optimized your profile and the algorithm knows what you talk about, the LinkedIn knows what you talk about, it starts to suggest more people like you directly on your page. So for you, it's advantageous if it's on, because if somebody comes and they don't immediately see what they were looking for or how you solve their problem, then they see you advertising. Lynn is a content creator, a screenwriter, videographer, and an SEO strategist. So here on People Also Viewed, LinkedIn suggests this is also some of the other accounts people also, looked at. So Eric here is a freelance SEO content writer, a direct competition of Lynn. Ria Biswas is a content strategist, a content creator, a copywriter. Again, another competition. Japheth Okbero is an advertising producer, video editor, content creator, a direct competitor of Lynn. Saman, SEO content creator, copywriter. Marlene Anthony is a freelance web content writer. All of them are direct competitors of Lynn. So if I come onto Lynn's profile and I don't get answers to what I'm looking for, if maybe I want to know how she can help me and I don't get that, I'm offered more options. Instead of going back and searching from scratch, here I have more options. So what do I do? I just click on and go to another profile, and that is like bye-bye. But if you're doing lead generation and you're looking for content writers, People Also Viewed is such a nice place to get everyone you've been looking for. I love it so much. It makes lead generation so easy. Now, everyone who's suggested here, maybe by title, they might look like ideal leads or ideal clients. Let's say you're looking for content writers. Maybe because you offer services to high-end content writers, and yourself, you offer services and you're just starting out, right? So you want to learn the ropes, so you're looking for such people so they can outsource to you, right? You look at these people, you have to qualify them, and all the time for me, you have to be active on LinkedIn for me to look for me to send even that connection request. I don't want to be, and being active on LinkedIn isn't just posting. Scroll to the activity, click on the activity, look at the last time they posted and the last time they've reacted to a post. Remember, all your reactions on LinkedIn are there, like you can find them. So when you're qualifying your leads, you want to find somebody who's active on LinkedIn. You won't send that connection request and it's received 5 years from now because they never visit LinkedIn. You want somebody who's active. And this is the best way to know. Even if they're not posting, they might be there just consuming content. And remember, it's 90, how many % of LinkedIn? They're just consumers. I think it's 97%. Yeah, last I checked, it was 97% of everyone on LinkedIn are there to consume content, your content. So create content, you guys. There's so many people who are there to consume. They're here to see what's new, what's happening, and buy. And buy. LinkedIn is the only social media platform with the highest purchasing power, like because of B2B and whatever. So if you're targeting corporates and companies and other organizations, LinkedIn is where you should be. It's where you should, and people are ready for business on LinkedIn. Like you connect, people are already looking at how can I support you? How can I support you? How can you be of benefit to me? How can, you know, like people are looking for all those reasons why they should connect with you. So whenever you're connecting with somebody, they know, oh, this one is gonna pitch. I know, luckily, let me connect because they sent me a nice, you know, a nice message to connect with or whatever. They gave me a compelling reason to connect with them, something like that. But when you're qualifying people to send connection requests too, make sure they're active on LinkedIn. Make sure they post or they at least react to people's posts. All right. The other thing you want to look at is like now within the service that you offer, is there a physical way you can confirm if this person is a quality lead or not? Like, are they one step of qualifying at least? So maybe if you're a blog writer, you click on this part, the contact info. This is mostly where people add their websites. Click on that, see if their websites are up to date or whatever is happening on their website, if they have blogs. If they don't, you've already qualified your lead. All right. Look at if the entrepreneurs, like whatever niche they're in, and like qualify your people before reaching out to them. Remember, LinkedIn limits you to only 100 connection requests per week. The moment you start connecting with people willy-nilly, like you're wasting your connection requests. How about those 100 you reach out to possible potential clients? I'm telling you, this is my first client, signed her first deal with less than 300 connections, and we were sending connection requests 20 per day. And this was a challenge we were doing, just me and her, because she had seen me posting she had seen my first lead magnet, she had consumed it, and she told me this is the most valuable thing she's gotten. And she had been to a LinkedIn business bootcamp for 1 whole month, and it didn't give her as much information as I had put in that PDF. And she signed her first client in under 1 month. We were doing 20 leads per day. We were reaching out to 20 people per day, 5 days a week. Wiki ya tatu alikuwa amepata mteja with under 300 connections. So I'm telling you, if you stop wasting your connection requests, just focus for this 1 month. Just focus. Who is your ideal client? Who is your ideal buyer? How do you verify? How do you qualify that they need your offer? Connect with them. Ask them if they need such a service, you know, like how they benefit. And I'm going to be sharing with you next week how to lead these conversations after they've connected. How do you start qualifying them in the DMs, right? Okay. If I've made a point, drop it in the chat. Let me see. Something that has hit home, something you've learned so far. Something you've learned so far. And so we've done, we're done with that part of sending connection requests. You have so many ways of connecting with people right now and finding your leads, qualifying them. Let me know if I've said anything of importance, of value, something you didn't know, something you think is doable, something you can do. Okay. Understood, Nini. You guys, I want to see if I've made a point. Which method, Winnie? I've given how many methods? 4. Which method did you like most? Let me know. As we get into this second part, so engagement made easy. I want to show you how we talked about setting aside at least 20 minutes to just connect with people, find your ideal leads, and send that connection request, right? Okay. Last time we did, we set time aside for content creation. So this time you're setting aside daily time to grow your network, to start those conversations with potential clients, and to engage with people who engage with your content, right? So so this is the purpose of the 20 minutes, to grow your visibility so that you're constantly on people's minds. Remember, that is the purpose. And I said this when we were doing the content creation last week. You do not have to create content every day. You do not have to create content every day. You could do it even once a week if you're comfortable with once a week. If you feel you'll have communicated everything you need to communicate in one post, do it. The rest of the time, engage with potential clients. I've showed you how to find them, right? I've showed you how to find them. Engage on their posts, support them on their posts. You want to be constantly on people's mind. You want to sumbua so much. People see posts on their feed because you engaged with this post. You're constantly, like, I can't scroll 5 posts without seeing a post that you loved, a post you left a comment on, a post you engaged with. You know, that is a part of being seen. And remember, every time you're commenting on somebody's post, your heading shows, your profile picture accompanies you. And this is the point where we said having a headline that makes people want to click onto your profile to read all of it. Okay, sorry about that. Number 2, our second point is to train the algorithm to suggest your page to a particular audience. Now, 20 minutes, put in 20 minutes daily. And you're reaching out, you're looking at certain profiles, you're reaching out to certain people, you're connecting with certain people's audiences. You do it the first day, second day, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. LinkedIn starts, getting a hint of what you're looking for. This is how you train the algorithm, so that even on their pages, even on their feeds, your page gets suggested, and on other people's, people also viewed, your page appears on such a place, because you're interacting so much with these profiles. They're looking at your profile also, because every time they open your profiles like that, and it's within this audience, LinkedIn suggests, like when somebody opens this particular profiles, people also viewed Marianne's profile, because people in this audience are constantly looking at your profile and constantly interacting with you. That is how you train the algorithm. Okay, your 20 minutes daily are supposed to help you grow your own community, a community that supports you, a community that loves your content, and a community that buys from you. This is what your 20 minutes is about. Now, let me know in the chat if your 20 minutes daily set aside seems like something valuable to you. Let me know in the chat as I drink my water. Let me know if that 20 minutes would be something valuable to you, or you think it would be a waste of time. Let me know. Because this is it. LinkedIn, as you're starting out, you'll have to palilia. You'll have to palilia and irrigate on it. You have to palilia. I haven't been posting a lot, especially when I was a full-time VA, but the last couple of months I've been intentional, more intentional about showing up, more intentional about the content I want to put out, more content around Africa, supporting other African creators, and finding things that I really love and things that excite me. I haven't done that the whole time I've been on LinkedIn, just the last couple of 1 or 2 months. Imagine that. But I've been getting clients on LinkedIn. You know how? Just finding people who are ideal for what I offer and having chats with them in the DMs. That's how. And getting on calls with people and having a calendar on my profile where they can just book up a call with me, and we set and we talk about it, and then we get That's how I have been sending clients. I have only 1,500 connections. I know creators who have like 20K, 30K, and they don't have clients because you focused on building your audience with just anyone. Some of them get on these groups. There are groups you pay for, follow. So you have a lot of people, probably people offering the same services. They're not gonna buy from you. Ni ukweli ama ni uongo? Si ni ukweli? How about you put in the time to just grow your own community? Grow your own community. People who engage with your content because they love it. They find value in it. They get educated, they get informed, they get jazzed, they get activated by it. And we talked about the different kinds of content, right? Content that activates people into moving, activates people into taking action, content that sells your offer, content that markets you subtly, content that that's about your personal life. You know, let me give you an example of last week. Last week I posted 4 times. The smoking content, right? That is personal. I posted something about Africa, just one thing about Africa. And I posted 2 things about LinkedIn. One about the LinkedIn challenge and another about just LinkedIn, right? 4 pieces of content. And from that, I got on a podcast as a guest. I got exposed through their network of, I don't know, they are operating in that, they have listeners in 32 different countries, you know, and I had a chance to introduce myself and say what I do, you know, that's marketing yourself. And I got another person reach out about something related to Africa. I can't give a lot of details about, but it's a like very exciting seminar being done, and they want me to come in and help. Imagine, with just 4 pieces of content that was done, and I have 1,500 people. And the person who was reaching out to me has 30,000 followers on LinkedIn, but they do not know how to leverage LinkedIn without even that, without 30,000. I was telling him how we could do it, and I'm sharing so that you know. So that you know. For me, I wouldn't have thought this is a person who would need my service, you know, but they're the one who reached out to me, and I followed them because of their content around Africa. So when they connected with me, I was like, oh, okay. Then the first day, hey, I want us to get on a call. I love your content about Africa, and there's something I'm working on. And I'm like, okay, Sawa, let me just get on a call. Of course, they don't need me. They're like a whole influencer, right? But they're busy with their work, you know, and their content just blew out of proportion because of the work, the content he shares about Africa. But he doesn't know how to leverage that and make it business, you know. I wouldn't have thought that is a lead, a quality lead. I'd have focused on somebody who's like, and this is what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter whether you're starting, whether you have a huge following, whether you have like 1 million blogs, whether you have, guy, niambieni kama Alexa na wasumbua. Let me know if Alexa is making too much noise soon. Niwafukuze. Let me know if something landed before I start ranting, and you know, I can talk about this the whole night. Okay, let me know in the chat if there's something I've said that made sense.
Tunakusikia vizuri.
Yeah, Lucy, thank you.
Unaweza endelea tu.
So now I want us to create a strategy for the 20 minutes, so that in this 20 minutes, when you decide to set it aside, I mean, you know, after this 20 minutes, I'll have done 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, and you talk out of that 20 minutes knowing, feeling good. You pat yourself on the back because you've done something, okay? And this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be creating a list of people to engage with throughout the week and put them in folders: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 20 minutes, 20 minutes engagement every day. All right, you can do half-seas. You can do like the first 20 minutes you can do, but the more you do it, let me tell you, the more you start interacting with people, the more time you'll want to spend on LinkedIn, because it's good. The conversations are really good. Okay, and you'll come and tell me. But for starters, we have 20 minutes and we want to use it effectively. Okay, so these are the people you want to be adding to your content. Remember, people who you're engaging with, people you're adding into your people you're gonna be adding to these bookmark folders are people you want to be engaging with, so that you can grow your visibility on LinkedIn, okay, and grow your community. All right, so you're targeting, again, you're targeting potential buyers, you're targeting potential collabo opportunities using the same criteria that we worked on. All right, but this time you're targeting accounts, growing accounts in your network. Growing accounts, here's why. People who have less followers, or maybe they have a lot of followers but they get little or no engagement on their posts on LinkedIn. These are people who will take notice. If you comment on their post today, maybe they post 3 times a week maximum, or 2 times. You comment today, then next week you comment again because you found a couple of posts that they did that they hadn't like you hadn't gotten to. All right, you comment, they're gonna notice. Normally they get 2-3 posts, 2-3 comments, or even 10. They see a new face today. Okay, maybe they don't notice sana, but you keep showing up on their content today, tomorrow, the next day, next week, a month, you are regular on their post. They get curious about you. What do? They start seeing your content also on their feed. And because LinkedIn does this, accounts that you're in constant communication with, that you engage with, more of their posts keep appearing on your feed. And you must have noticed by now with the people you've been engaging with recently, right? So you train the algorithm like this. And because they're also engaging with you, LinkedIn takes it like that. You're engaging with each other. Your post will also be showing on their feed. There's a very big likelihood they won't skip your content because they know you support them, and they appreciate it. They appreciate the effort that you put in. Now, please let go of comments like 2-word comments like "love this," "amazing content," "wonderful piece." If you've been doing this, you know yourself. Give content, leave a piece of content that is that gives information about you, like you're smart, you're knowledgeable about this field, something like that. Like, do not just live like that. If you can add a piece, like more advice or more tips in the comment, add it. I would add great piece of content and I love what you said. I would also add what do you think? Keep that conversation going. Leave out if you're going to just react. And also, reacting to a post does not help you. If you see a piece of content that is good and you've taken the time to like it, put a thumb on it, love it, support it, why not give a reason why you love it? Give a reason why you love it. Because at the end of the day, you just liking a piece of post doesn't share your thoughts about it. People don't know what you thought about that post, and that is what people are looking for. Every time I do lead generation for my clients, I go to people's activity. I don't only check what people are posting, I check at the comments they leave. Comments reveal so much about people, because people think comments can't be found. Comments are there, like they can be found. I can read comments up to last year, and it reveals so much about you. I'll know about your kids, I'll know about your situation at work, I'll know about I'll know what you're struggling with, I'll know overwhelm is finishing, I'll know so much. It's a process of qualification. Oh, I paid somebody and they helped out with my money. I'll know so much in the comments. If you go and look at my comments, you'll probably know all my secrets, because it's like one thing here, one thing there, there, one thing here. You can probably join the dots and know who Namatasi is. And that's the purpose of comments. There's somebody who will come and look for you and wants to verify if you're the person to trust with their livelihood, with their business, with how their daily life. People will come and look at your comments to just qualify that you're the right fit for them as a service provider. So give them what they're looking for. Okay, don't waste your time just liking a post and bouncing. If you like it, tell us why. And there's so many ways. Imagine you don't have to read even the whole post. Just pick something that pops out for you and repeat it in the, or rearrange it in the post, in the comment. Just like, I love this part, you know, and you can tell them why or not, but just comment and show that you read the comment, that you read the post, and you downloaded something from the post, you got something from it, and why you appreciate the post. You know, give your thoughts, let people know who you are. Okay, point number 2, your target active accounts that post multiple times per week. Yes, I've talked about that multiple times. For me, I love like maybe somebody who posts at least once a week, you know, because I'll comment on their post this week. Then the next week, when I reach the folder where the link belongs, I'll find that you've posted something this week. Ama nikiendelea wiki ingine nitapata alipost. But the more the merrier, because you want to be seen a lot. All right. So maybe multiple times, maybe 3 times a week. 3 times a week is a good medium. All right, so that you'll have enough content to comment on, and that is 3 times people are gonna see you on the feed if you do nothing else. All right, from this one person. So you move to the next person, and you know, visibility. Bookmark their content links. I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. And then the last person you want to look for are authorities in your niche to follow and keep up for emerging trends, right? I talked about this. So you find authorities, you find experts, you find influencers within your niche. You can follow them, or you can chance sending a connection request if they haven't reached 100,000 yet. 100,000 is the maximum connections people can have on LinkedIn, unless they adjust that, but that's the maximum. So if they're below, you can chance sending them a connection request. They might accept or not. If they don't accept, just follow them so that you're able to consume their content, right? Also, I think something I should mention, for these authorities, you might want to turn the notifications on for them. Do not turn notifications for everyone. You're going to jazzer your notifications with a lot of content that you're probably not interested in so much. You know, you could leave, you could have the authorities, you could bookmark you could turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of their posts, so that you're always in the know. All right, this is like your own Google Trends alert, right? So you'll know what is happening in the field, what's currently trending, so you can give your thoughts. And then people who you want to regularly interact with, like you want to build a relationship with, you bookmark them. All right, so let's get into that so I can show you how to bookmark. Okay, so this is how you bookmark. I used Chrome because that is what I use, but I think whatever browser you're using, if you can just Google how to bookmark, how to create a bookmark folder, you can do it, the same process. All right, so number 1, this is the shortcut for creating a bookmark. To go to Bookmark Manager, Control Shift and O, all together, Control Shift and O. It takes you directly to creating a bookmarks here. All right, or you could right click on the 3 dots here on your browser. You know, if you're on Windows, right click on that and then drop down to bookmarks. You know, click on that and then Bookmarks Manager. When you click on Bookmarks Manager, this is what you find, right? And then on the right hand corner hapa, you'll find 3 dots again. Click on that and then create your folder. Create your folder. As you can see for me here, my folders are under bookmarks bar. That's where I created my folder. So I have LinkedIn Monday, I have LinkedIn Tuesday, and I'm going to add LinkedIn Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then while I'm saving the bookmarks, you know how to save a link for bookmark. I'm going to show you, but you know how to save a link. Like you just bookmark over here, like hit this star. When you hit this star, oh, okay, since we're here, yeah, okay, let me go to this when you bookmark that star, you just add them to the whatever folder. So you can start with 10 in each folder and then keep adding as you go. Like 10, you want to divvy up your effort throughout the week. So if you're gonna start with just 5, start with 5 on Monday, 5 on Tuesday, 5 on Wednesday, 5 on Thursday, 5 ever. Then keep adding more people that you find they are active and they create really good content that you engage, that you'd like to engage with more. All right, people of interest that you want to build relationships with. Do that. Okay, I want to show you how to save the link that leads directly to their post, not the one that goes to their profile. And here is why. Every time you visit somebody's profile, they get a notification, no matter if you viewed my profile. Sasa imagine if this is a person you want to build relationships with. So this Monday you check their profile, next Tuesday you check their profile, next Wednesday, they'll ask you, hey, why do you keep checking my profile? I know Shamalin in the group was once asked such a question, and I hope she's gonna find this valuable. So you scroll down on somebody's profile, go to their profiles, click on their profiles, go down to the activity section where you'll see the post or the previous comments that they made. Click on this show all activity, right? When you've clicked on this show activity, itakupeleka kwa page inakaa hivi, like here. And then we're using George's thank you so much for lending us your profile, George. So this is George's activity. And
you're not sharing your screen.
Are you serious?
Yeah, all through. This is what I do. We can only see you.
Oh my God!
No problem.
Where? How? Hapa inasema I'm sharing my screen.
I can see the screen.
Unless any the other person atakwambia mimi nakuona.
For me, I can see the screen.
Oh. Thank you so much. Who else hasn't been seeing the screen? Okay, I'll watch this. Hey, Missy Nimeshtuka, because on my end it says I'm sharing the screen. Hi, Lucy. What's happening for you? Okay, Catherine says she has to attend another meeting. It's okay. Let me share my screen. Aish, I would have to card. All this time I've been talking and nothing. So, hey Lucy, but you'll catch the replay. Utaona, nime record the whole thing. I'm not recording. Oh, it's being recorded. Okay, so you go to the activity over here. It takes you here where you can see, if you click on all activity, it takes you to, you will see the, okay, you'll see all the posts, all the reactions, you will see everything that they've been doing. But what you want to have is these posts. So you click on this post, it's gonna show you all the previous posts that he's done like in chronological order, the most recent is at top, right? Now, this is the link you want to bookmark. So all you do is go up here after you've clicked on post. You come up here, kwa nini, kwa bar, you copy that, Control-C, you copy that link that leads to directly to their post. All right, and then you add it kwa bookmark like this. So I'll be here kwa bookmarks and I go to LinkedIn Tuesday, I add that bookmark, right? Are you seeing? Because I have my folders ready, like LinkedIn Monday, LinkedIn Tuesday. So if whoever I want to add them wherever, I just add them to whichever folder. All right, and then you click done, and that is it. You've started building your people you want to keep engaging with. All right, so hiyo imehit home. Let me know. Mumeelewa how to get nini. So the next time when you go to your LinkedIn, you open your bookmarks, You go directly to the folder that you want to like this. You just go to bookmarks like this. It takes you to LinkedIn Monday, and then you start clicking on whatever links ziko hapo. It will take you directly to the post. Itakupitisha kwa profile. It won't go through the profile at sijui where, you know, so you can stalk somebody without them knowing you're stalking them. All right, and you'll get the most recent post, so you can scroll up to the last post that you commented on, and then go up commenting, and then move to the next person, move to the next person, move to the next person. Practice makes perfect. As the more you do it, the more easier it gets, and the more the easier you'll have it. Saving time, like you'll know how to comment mbio and move to the next one, but find time, set it aside like you would if you had this coaching session every day. Most of you would show up, right? You have to mark it on the calendar. At a particular time for 20 minutes, it's marked on the calendar. You always get a reminder. Watu wanajua this is when you work on your LinkedIn. Guys, you won't regret putting in time on LinkedIn. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. This is something I can promise you. Meaning I put out content even without a plan to outreach people. I know people in my audience are gonna say I'm gonna get a deal. That's how much I trust my content. That's how much I trust my audience members. That's how much I trust my lead generation process. I know it's gonna work. But for this time, we're gonna add these audience members. Whenever you find a potential client, you're gonna connect with them and start the conversation with them, get them on a call, see if they need your offer, make a deal, send that proposal, whatever, close it. All right. That's the order of the day. That's how we're gonna do it. Okay, I want to give you an example of an outreach message so that you can start today if you feel fired up. After you've done your assignment, you have your 3 pages of answers, or whoever the different audiences that you're targeting, and you have your keywords and your answers. Just click, send a screenshot, send it to the group so that we know, and hype people up so that they can do that as well. Because there are people who will only take action when they see others are taking actions, and they don't want to be left behind. So be that person who motivates others to take action. All right. Now let me give you a hack on how I think I'm gonna show you how to send Nani. Let me just open my LinkedIn. When you're connecting with somebody, when you're connecting with people, or with the first message, you don't send that blank request. You want to increase your chances for them to connect with you, to accept that connection request, right? So this is what I usually tell people. Let's go to this is an example. Somebody, and this is let's say I found this person, maybe a lead I'd want to connect with. I look for something either on their post or on the about section that I can just copy, or in the recommendation, something I can copy that something like this: creating a culture where UX designers are empowered to be equal business partners with product managers and developers. That sounds like a great mission to be on, right? I copy that, and then hapa hivi juu, if somebody has turned on creator mode like me, and this guy has creator mode on, which is what allows them to write newsletters and all those things, the connect button, you'll find it over here. All right, so it says connect on PC. Don't send it without adding a note. Add a note over here, right? Add those marks. Me, I do this so that it's easy. Once you find your criteria for who is your ideal people you want to connect with, connecting with them becomes so easy. If you can't find something in the need, so here I write, I love your mission. I love the mission. You know, something like that. Let me know if you can see this. Something simple like that, creating a culture where UX designers are empowered to be equal business partners with product managers and developers. That is something I've quoted directly from the about section. It's in quote marks. And then I love the mission you're on. Looking forward to supporting you here on LinkedIn. Ivo, I love who you send. Now, if they are maybe experts in your field, you can have those normal conversations like, how did you get started? What are you doing that? Like, you can lead the conversation that way. If it's a potential client, you start the process of qualifying, like it's getting to know them. You can even do, once they've accepted, let me send this one. Once they've accepted your connection request, where am I? Hapa. Once they've accepted your connection request, you can start getting to know them, you know, like a person. So I saw this on your post. I like ask questions, get to know people, build those relationships. After like 2 or 3 you'll see, like when people react to your messages, when people comment back or reply to your messages, you'll find that the conversation just flows, because you'll find something about the reply to comment on and then you can ask them, hey, or something like, did you start just recently, or did you just were you in another business before you came on? How did you you know, what do you call, like there's so many questions, answers, like I mean questions you can ask, but this one I'm gonna leave them for next week on our last session on qualification and engaging in the DMs, you know, having conversations that convert. So the best hack I shared with you is quote a phrase that resonates to you. Quote a phrase that resonates to you from their profile, content, recommendations, just basically anywhere on their profile. On post, even a comment they left on somebody else's post. You can quote that and say you loved that statement because of whatever. You can decide to expound or not. You can ask a question, which is the best way to lead the conversation, to make it easy for them to engage with you in return. So if in your intro message you can have a question, if you're genuinely connected and you have something that you want to ask, you can just ask that question in the DMs, or you can wait for them to connect and then lead with that question in the connection request. I'm going to show you how to do all that next week. But for today, that's the end of our class. Let me know if you're gonna if you feel confident that you're gonna be able to find your clients on LinkedIn after what we've done today, after the session we've had. Let me know if after everything I've shared today, you feel confident with all the examples I've shown. You feel confident that you can be able to find your leads. You can be able to find your customers on LinkedIn. You'll be able to find collabo partners, you know, people whose audiences you can be exposed to. And we talked about collabo opportunities and how they look like, because you don't want direct competitors. You want people whose services you complement each other. Like, let's say I'm targeting leadership coaches. What other solutions would a leadership coach building their business want, other than me, who's coming in for the LinkedIn, right? So if I have email service providers or somebody who does copywriting or whatever, and they target leadership coaches, this is a potential person who exposure to their audience would benefit me. So these are the people you want to tag each other on posts. You tag them, you get on calls with them, you share thoughts, you get on Zoom just to get to know them, right? You share thoughts with them. After the conversation you've had, you can come and say, we had such a fun conversation, start a post on it and then tag them start a post on that conversation you had, tag them, like you're basically exposing each other to each other's audiences, and that is what you want. Collab opportunities like that, because it lessens your work. If you're exposed to an audience that needs your offer, you don't need to go and start reaching out to them moja. First, you're introduced by somebody they trust, if it's somebody who knows their shit, and they've built authority. So it comes like almost like a recommendation. You're not gonna have to start from zero. It's almost like a recommendation. Oh, Brusha says, I usually avoid the note. Any questions? Start dropping your questions so that I can address them really quickly before what time? Bomba says, I feel confident. That's good. That's good. I want to know who's going to start today. Who's going to do the assignment today? Because the sooner you start, the better. I mean, to start these conversations. And the good thing is, once you start finding these people, you'll have to send that connection request. Always watch at evil. Start sending that connection request, and if they connect, send me that screenshot in the DMs on WhatsApp, and then I can guide how to start the conversations if you want to do it before the week starts. So if you want that heads up, you have access to me for the week only if you reach out, they accept your connection request, and you're stuck at how to lead the conversation from there. I might be able to help. So when you're Nataka Kwanza today, let me know. I want to see in the comments who's going to start today. How many of you are fired to do the assignment today? Because otherwise, I have talked for almost 2 hours. 2 hours for nothing if none of you start. Yeah, no one? Okay. Sawa. When you're ready, when you guys are ready to do it, you just do it and drop it in the chat, okay? All right, so for the day, I'm done. Yeah, Marianne says she's gonna do it today. Ooh, yes, awesome. So that has made me happy. That is all I was looking for. I see you in the group with the assignments. Okay, bye. You're free to leave. If you have questions on either back, you listen. When he says that digesting the information, haikuwa mingi hivyo.